What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome into another Knicks Nation live stream. Second of the day after the New York Knicks just demolished the Toronto Raptors by a final score of 119-92. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Your New York Knicks have won 4 straight games. They won 4 straight games. They look absolutely incredible, especially in the third quarter. Man. Tonight was a good game. That's 4 straight wins for the boys, ladies and gentlemen. Celtics lost tonight too, so you pick up a ground on them. I think you're now tied in the standings for them. But man, I just this game started. Knicks go down 7-0 in a blink. Mike Brown calling timeout. First half, you're sitting there like, man, what's going like again, again, and you're hoping that the New York Knicks team can find some juju like they did in the last game. In the second half, in the fourth quarter, last game tonight, third quarter. And it all flipped in the third quarter. 18-4 run in the third quarter. Then it just kept compiling. Mikal Bridges was absolutely incredible in this basketball game. Shout out to Mikal. We'll get to the stats in a second. Karl-Anthony Towns with 22 boards for the big cat. But it started with Mikal in that third quarter. 19 points in the third quarter. 7 of 8 shooting for Mikal Bridges in that third quarter. He was absolutely torching them. It's such a pretty sight to see his shot go in the hoop, and it has been going in the hoop lately, especially these last couple. Interesting note, after the game, he pretty much admitted, like, he's been going through some stuff. He's been fighting some entitlement. He's been uncoachable. This was the interview after the game that the MSG crew did with him. I thought that was pretty telling stuff that Mikal Bridges would come out and say that. He said he's been uncoachable. And I'm like, whoa. And then he said he had to look himself in the mirror and, figure some things out. And he's been playing better lately, right? These last 2. So OG Anunoby, in his return back to the Toronto Raptors, dominated. 22 points, 5 assists. You got contributions for pretty much everybody, man. Contributions for pretty much everybody on this Knicks team. And let's get to this box score really quick. So here is the box score. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all of you trickling in here, tuning into the show. Even Tyler Colas comes in off the bench and drops 10 dimes. Hurt his ankle there. Tyler Colas comes in off the bench, gives you 10 dimes for a player that has been out of the rotation. Kola comes in and gives you 10 dimes. Look, our captain was sick coming into tonight, and you could tell. Knicks were limiting his minutes, especially in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson was just not himself, and he got the questionable tag prior to the game, but he gutted it out and he played. And look, offensively to start, the Knicks looked like they were stuck in the mud again. But in the third quarter, Mikal Bridges at the end of the game said the Raptors tried to punk them, and they kind of just found their rhythm and found their footing. And it started with Mikal. Man, 12 of 15 from the field, 4-6 from 3. Right? I mean, incredible third for Mikal. OG Anunoby was phenomenal in this basketball game. 26 on 5 of 6, 6 steals. 6 steals for OG Anunoby. Where my dogs at? Dog. Karl-Anthony Towns, look. Impactful game from Cat. There's a reason why he is the best rebounder in the NBA. 22 boards for the big cat. 22 boards for Karl-Anthony Towns. Incredible. 8 points, 3 of 11. Offensively, we really didn't need him, right? Because of the big blow-up performances from our wings. Like, our wings showed up, man. When's the last time our wings dropped 56 points in a game? Can somebody find that stat? When is the last time our wings dropped 56 points in a basketball game? And that has been the issue. They've been inconsistent, like we spoke about earlier. They've been super inconsistent, but 56 points from them. And when you put in Josh Hart, that's 78 points between OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges. That's incredible stuff, man. I thought Josh Hart had an A game. Flying over the place, good defense. Pushing the pace. Every time Josh Hart got the basketball today, the fast break points were I don't know the final number. I don't know if ESPN. I got to get a new game stat log because I don't think ESPN gives us the fast break points. But 4 straight, guys. 4 straight wins. And these are back-to-back games in which Mikal Bridges. Look, this is the Mikal we wanted. This is the Mikal Bridges we were waiting for. Right? We would not be wanting to trade him and ship him out of here if he's playing like this. No, he's not going to shoot 12 or 15 every night. He even got to the freaking free throw line. Where have you been? Where have you been? Like, this is the player who we thought we were getting. And it just has been so inconsistent, right? 30 points, game ball, plus 19, big third quarter for Mikal. 19 in the third. 4 assists. Got to the free throw line, 4-6 from 3. Even hit a couple of above the break threes. Thank you. Did you hear the noise, Mikal? Because we've been waiting for this. Wayne says, so are we back? Are we back? Are the New York Knicks back? I don't think they're all the way back, but tonight proved to me that the Toronto Raptors should not be on the tail of the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are a way better basketball team than the Toronto Raptors, and yet they are a game and a half behind you in the standings now. A game behind you in the standings now. Right? It's just to show you how much of a up and down season this has been for the New York Knickerbockers. The Raptors shouldn't be this close to them. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. Appreciate the members in here. What's going on? Mac Jean, Buzzer Beater. Appreciate you, Buzzer Beater. El Figgy. Joel says, Pelicans, did y'all see that monster game from Yabu? I hope the Pelicans were watching. It's funny because Yabu plays like 7 minutes, and he got 5 boards and 2 steals in those 7 minutes. New Orleans, I hope they got the film tonight. I hope the New York Knicks send a nice little package to New Orleans or wherever they want to trade him to. But, right? He looked good. Now, whether you think that he can pile on a few of these games and, get back into the rotation, but I don't think that's the case. I think the New York Knicks are still going to trade him. I think they're still going to make a move. I don't trust, these last couple from Yabu. Today was a really good 7 solid minutes from him, but we were expecting more from him. And 2 steals, 5 rebounds in 7 minutes. Shout out to Yabu. Shout out to Yabu. I'm sure that in the back of his mind, he's already traded, right? But you see him engaged on the bench. You see him still engaged. You see him still, chatting up with the guys. So he's being professional. But yeah, Mike Brown played everyone. No Deuce McBride. Mike Brown played everyone. No Mitchell Robinson. And in the first quarter, you're seeing Diarra, you're seeing Kolek, you're seeing Clarkson, you're seeing all these guys. And I'm like, man, is this a showcase? That's what I thought it was, kind of. I thought the New York Knicks were kind of showcasing some talent. I thought they were kind of showcasing their bench a little bit, showcasing some guys. And it worked because you got contributions from Kolek, Shamet, I thought in that third quarter hit some big threes. We got a scare from Landry Shamet, 3 of 9 from 3. Timely threes from him, right? Even Huck gave you 5 boards. Kolek, 10 dimes, man. Let's get to this super chat. Mr. Eno. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support as always. Thanks for rocking with us in the Knicks Nation post-game show. Mr. Eno says ball moves without Brunson. It moves without Brunson, Mister. But Brunson gave you a 4 assists on 30 minutes tonight. I know a lot of Knicks fans want that assist number to be up, but he did come into the tonight sick, right? He did come into the night sick, and that's not Jalen Brunson. Like, that's not his. That's not the type of player he is. He's a ball dominant point guard, and he's really good at it. When he does drop, 10 plus assists, the Knicks are really damn good. I wish he would do that more. But Kolek is a dimer. Like, he is a dimer. And some of these lineups that we have seen with the second unit, with Deuce kind of running the show, Deuce is more of a shooting guard, and his numbers as a shooting guard this year have been really damn good. But the second unit needs kind of like a general out there. And Kolek just has been inconsistent. He's been out of the rotation. He's been like on the bench. But talk about a player staying ready. 20 minutes, 10 dimes in those 20 minutes. He's a floor general. He's a prototypical floor. He's a point guard, Tyler Kolek, right? So, look, anytime you can get 32 assists as a team, you take that. 32 assists as a team, 6 from Hart, 5 from OG. How about that behind the back from Karl-Anthony Towns to Mikal Bridges tonight? Did you guys see that? Did you guys catch that? That was nasty. I love that from Big Cat. Hell of a pass from Big Cat. It was a gutsy win, man. They could have packed. They could have. It was a back-to-back too, guys. They could have easily, like in the first half, first quarter, they're down 7-0. Mike Brown's calling a timeout in the first 2 minutes of the game. I'm like, I didn't even sit down yet. I'm like, here we go again, right? They could have easily had the excuses built in tonight. No Deuce, no Mitch, back-to-back with travel. But in the third quarter, they put those excuses to bed. Mikal, OG, phenomenal. Cat with the rebounds. Josh Hart pushing the pace. Say Quizzy says, thank you, Boston, for giving back our second seed. The Boston Celtics lose to the Atlanta Hawks tonight. So your New York Knicks are back in the second seed. I believe we are we tied with them? I believe we are tied with them now for the second seed, right? If I'm not. Yeah. 29-18. 29-18. We are tied with them. 4 straight wins. These are why these wins matter. You keep stacking them. The Raptors shouldn't be this close to you in the standings, man. But they are, right? We had a bad January. We're going to finish under 500 in the month of January. Hopefully February can bring us more of the same like we've been seeing these last 4. You go back home to Portland. Then you got the Lakers coming to Madison Square Garden. That's always a showcase, right? But let's keep extending this thing. You got the big Giannis rumors today, but we can kind of put that on the back burner and enjoy this one because the Knicks seem like they're starting to find their identity again. I don't want to get too crazy, but it seems like they're starting to find themselves again. And the comments from Mikal Bridges after the game, talking about him being uncoachable and he had to look himself in the mirror and figure out some things. I don't know if he's feeling it. I don't know if he feels the pressure from Knicks fans. Like, I don't know if he's already I don't know if he's opened up social media and everyone wants to ship him out. But this is the Mikal Bridges we need every single night. Not every night. I don't want to get crazy. But 90% of the games, I need Mikal Bridges to play like this. To play like he gives a shit. He could pout sometimes. He could be disengaged. When he's missing his shots, not fighting over picks, the screen navigation. I need Mikal to play like this 80% of the time. Right? That's all we ask for. Because if he plays like this, then, I mean, we can withstand a Brunson 13 points or 5 of 13, a Karl-Anthony Towns 8 points. Like, if him and OG are going to play like this, then our offense could be back. Right? But the thing is, they haven't. So, but this is a good step in the right direction. Mac Jean says, back burner, give us Giannis. We're going to put that talk on the back burner, man. I've talked about Giannis a lot. If you guys haven't caught my live stream earlier today, it was all about Giannis. It was all about Giannis. Make sure you guys catch that. But it is interesting. Joel says, I think we could push for first. All it takes is a little run, right? We have the Pistons twice, I believe, in the month of February. So, hey, just win. Just keep winning. Just keep stacking these wins. Right? Keep stacking these wins. We are back in the 2 seed. We're feeling good. Not all the way good. It's kind of like a weird time in the NBA season, too, because you have the trade deadline next week. You have the Giannis rumors hovering over this franchise. You have Mikal being rumored. You have Cat being rumored. And in these last couple, Mikal has looked awesome. Incredible. He's looked great. And yet, you still have this Giannis thing hovering over you. Right? And you won 4 straight. You can't overreact, though. You can't overreact. You got to do what's best for your franchise. We'll see what Leon Rose does. The Raptors have been hot. The Raptors have been playing really well. Emmanuel Quickley has been playing really well. Right? Emmanuel Quickley has been on fire, and the Knicks held him to 7 points, 3 and 9 shooting. Right? RJ Barrett, 14 points, 3 of 13 shooting. Brandon Ingram was the only problem for them. And when OG Anunoby got the assignment, when he got switched on to Ingram, that kind of shut him off a little bit. Right? Great game for the Knicks, man. Great game for the Knicks. Great game. Shout out to the chat once again. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Appreciate you guys giving me your time on this Wednesday evening. Your New York Knicks have won 4 straight games. They have won 4 straight games. Karl-Anthony Towns didn't score a ton, but let's be clear. He is a monster on the boards, right? Impacted the game in winning ways. And that's all that matters, man. Points aren't the only contribution, right? Points aren't the only contribution. Beast on the boards, 22. 22. Josh Hart, 22 points, season high for Josh Hart, 22 points. Shout out to Joshy, man. Just doing Josh Hart things. The hustle and heart. Cliche stuff, right? So, yeah, man. We got it done. Big game. I just... This team has been going through some stuff. They have been going through some stuff. And Mikal Bridges has been going through some stuff. But have they climbed themselves out of the hole that they dug themselves in? Not that they really dug themselves in a hole, but it's been really negative around here on these post games. And in the chat and throughout KnicksNation, it's been real negative. Right? And it's like everywhere I turn, I tweet about Mikal. He's getting ready for Portland. He's getting ready for Milwaukee. I tweet about Cat. Milwaukee will love him. You watching this, Milwaukee? Everywhere I turn. This is why it's like a weird phase right now we're going through. It's fascinating, man. Jesse, what's going on, Jesse? Over the last week, we are second in offensive rating and first in defensive rating. Wow. Now, the Brooklyn Nets win did help. That did help. When you set records against them, right? When you only allow them to score, 66 points or something like that? That's going to help your defensive rating for sure, right? So that's a little skewed, but 92 against the Raptors. I like that. 87 versus the Kings. I like that. 109 versus Philly. I like that. They've been hot. 66 versus Brooklyn. I like that. So check this out. The Knicks have held their last 4 opponents. 3 of them, they've held them under 100 points. Right? 3 out of their last 4 opponents, they've held under 100 points. They've gone from 26-18 to 29-18. And you get Portland on Friday. Hopefully you can get some revenge. There's no reason why it shouldn't be 5 in a row, right? And as I say Portland, I already see someone in the chat. Like, Mikel's next team. Oh, man. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Kolek had 10 wonderful assists. My G League alumni. Shout out to Tyler Kolek, man. Tyler Kolek with 10 dimes off the bench, being in and out the rotation. Tyler Kolek comes in, and he's just a dimer, man. He is just a dimer, has some amazing passes tonight. Even his threes. Not only his passing, he had some... Why did I think he had 2 threes? I feel like he had 1 long one. But his 3 in the second half, 2 of 4 from the field. 10 dimes. I mean, come on now. That's the floor general. Like, he has... When he was playing consistently, there was a bad stretch that he was going through. He was playing poorly. He kind of hit a wall. But I'm glad that he came back tonight and dropped 10 assists and was a plus 23 on the night. That's a game high. That's a team high, excuse me. That's probably a game high, too. Game high plus minus 23 on the night for Tyler Kolek, yeah. So... we always know him to be a dimer, right? Shamit, another one. Scare with his groin. Seemed like he hurt his groin. He seems to be okay, so shout out to Landry Shamit. And look, Jordan Clarkson's going through it. 7 minutes, no points. He's been out of the rotation. He's going through it. But, when you have Shamit, when you have Kolek dropping the 10 dimes, I see a world where Jordan Clarkson cracks the rotation again, but then again, I see a world where he doesn't, right? Mike Brown has already condensed the rotation. So, I don't believe Jordan Clarkson's going to be in the rotation anytime soon, but we'll see. I could be wrong. Daniel, happy Wednesday. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you in the chat. 16 turnovers are too many turnovers. That's one thing that killed the New York Knicks in their last game was turnovers. Was it their last game? Why am I drawing a blank? I think it was their last game. Their turnovers have been up lately. But to be fair, I think in terms of league low leaders in turnovers, I think the Knicks are amongst the best. So they're really good in that category. But when they lose, when they have been losing, when their offense is floundering, it's been bad. But 16 turnovers, yeah, you want to clean that up. It's been kind of high. You got to clean that up. Salutes. Eddie, what's going on? Says we are being objective, not negative. Yeah. We are. Chris Gotti says no fouls for Karl Anthony Towns. No fouls for Karl Anthony Towns. 35 minutes, no fouls for the big cat. I feel like that deserves a round of applause. Really, no fouls for Big Cat. I love it. Man. He's been getting it in the media. He's been getting it with us fans. He's been getting it on social media. And look, these guys are thick skinned, but these guys make millions of dollars. Who cares, right? But he has been getting it from the fan base. And when you see him continue to contribute, not scoring, but in other ways. The Philadelphia 76ers was a bad one with the foul trouble. But the game against the Kings, He did contribute to the run in the fourth a little bit, igniting some energy in a crowd. Then Mike Brown goes with another lineup, and you still see him on the bench engaged. He's saying all the right things in the media. He's saying all he wants to do is win. Doesn't care about stats. He's not going to be an all-star this year. Right? He's not going to be an all-star this year. But, hey, man. No fouls. No fouls for Big Cat. I like it. I like it, man. I like it when Cat doesn't force. Yeah, I like when Cat doesn't force, man. Let's let the game come to him. And look, 3 of 11, 0 of 2. He's been actually better with his threes. But 22 boards, guys. He was gobbling up everything out there. Everything. Everything. JJ says Bridges don't want to get traded. You think that's why Bridges looked himself in the mirror? Like he said after the game, he said, hey, I looked myself in the mirror and he's like, I don't want to get traded, man. Let me start playing. Let me start playing. I'm joking. But hey, whatever motivation that Mikal Bridges has, acquired in the last week or 48 hours or whenever, when he looked himself in the mirror, like he said, it's been working. So just keep it up, because Wingstop showed the hell up tonight. It's been one of their best games of the season, right? 30 from Mikal, 26 from OG Anunoby. And when they're playing like this, the Knicks are one of the hardest teams to beat in the NBA. They are. Right? This is what we were sold. This is what we expected night in, night out from them, right? And it's kind of hard to expect that with a ball-dominant guard and Jalen Brunson, and you have another all-NBA player in Karl-Anthony Towns. So I know sometimes the ball doesn't swing their way, right? But the Knicks have done a pretty good job these last couple finding some balance within their offense, and it hasn't looked pretty for a majority of the games, but all that matters is the wins in the win column, right? That's all that really matters. 22 boards when Mitch wasn't playing. Yep. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Knicks have won 4 straight games. Trying to see. Slow Runner says Miami has more pieces to trade for the Bucks for Giannis. They do. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens over this next week. I don't know if the Bucks trade him. I don't. Like, why trade him now when you can get more assets from the Knicks and from other teams this summer? Right? So, Unc Dre, what's going on, Unc Dre? Haven't seen you in here in a while. Says we sent the message tonight to Toronto. Toronto Raptors should not be this close in the standings to the New York Knicks. They shouldn't. We're better. We have more talent on our team. It just hasn't looked great for the New York Knicks lately, and that's why. And the Raptors have been playing really well, so shout out to them, credit to them. They have good young talent on their team. They're in some trade rumors as well. But we've played them well this year. And yeah, they haven't really been fully healthy, but tonight they were fully healthy and we weren't. And we still kicked their ass. Right? They had their guys tonight. They had their core, and we still won. Big game. Big game. Man, oh man. I like these types of wins, man. I do. Because in the first half, it was looking dicey. And here's Mikal Bridges speaking to the media after the game. This is the graphic from Mikal. See 30 points, 12, 15 from the field. And here you have him speaking to Clyde Frazier and Tyler about the struggles that he's been going through. And I'm hoping to get that audio for you guys shortly. But you guys can hit the Discord and call into the show. The link is pinned up to the chat. Post game call in. We got 3 people in the call in chat waiting to call into the KnicksNation show. See El Figgy, Yuri, and Adam waiting to call into the show. Please be patient with me. But yeah, man, did I miss anything tonight? So let's go to the team stats tonight. Man, Celtics lost, so you picked up a game on them. So you shot 37% from 3, 14 to 38, 83% from the free throw line, 48 boards, 32 assists, 12 steals, 5 blocks. They had 18 turnovers, 18 total turnovers. 60 points in the paint, domination. Right, I know the Raptors are missing Jakob Poeltl, but he's been injured majority of the season. You take advantage. We're missing Mitch, so who cares? Largest lead was 27. Man, that third quarter, fourth quarter run, it just seemed like the Knicks sucked the life out of the building. And the Knicks were underdogs coming into the tonight. 1.5-point underdogs, and they beat the Raptors 119-92. So hell of a win from the squad. And hopefully our captain, Jalen Brunson, can feel better. Deuce McBride, I don't know if this is a new injury or they're just managing something. They're calling it injury management. So hopefully he'll be back versus Portland on Friday. But look, you're 29-18. You pick up a game versus Boston, right? The Raptors now are a game behind you, but really 2 games behind you because I believe you own that tiebreaker now. And you're still 6 behind the Detroit Pistons. So, look, you're a winning streak away and a Pistons losing streak away from being right there for the top seed in the West. I mean, East, excuse me. So, it is still doable. But, again, you have this, I'm not going to say cloud, but you have this shiny new toy out there that many Knicks fans want. And you don't know what direction the Knicks go in. And all signs point to they want this shiny new toy. But I don't think they're going to get it done in the next week. I would hope they get it done in the next week. But I don't know if they're going to get it done in the next week. So, like, I want to enjoy these wins. But, like that's, like, all my mind is thinking of. And I hate that it's like that. I'm human. But that's kind of, like, where my mind is still. Like, what happens? Is this the group? Is this the group by trading deadline? Because after the trading deadline, we can be like, okay, this is the team. This is the team that will either fold or have tons of success in the playoffs. Right? This is the team. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's make our little moves. Let's tinker with our little moves. And let's go. But up until the trading deadline, I don't know. I don't know if this is the team. Hot and cold. We'll see. Let's get to the Discord. I see you guys in the call-in show. I've spoken too much. Let's get to the Discord. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Bear with me 1 second. Let me. All right.
Yeah, he has that. Second, remember, Bridges came from a Nets team that he was the leading scorer. Remember, Bridges averaged 25 points the year before he came to the Knicks.
I got to put Adam on mute for a second. I know he's passionate in there. But let's get to Yuri first in the Discord. Appreciate you, Yuri. What's going on, Yuri? How are you?
I got my Mikal Bridges jersey on today. I'm going to be insufferable today.
Let's go.
Mickey 5 picks. And screw them picks. Brooklyn can take all they want. Give them another 5 picks.
Send them another 5 picks? That's how you feel?
I give them another 5 picks. Why not? Please, they're going to screw up the picks anyway like they always do. Man, please.
Tonight was a big game, man. Big game.
Tonight was a big game. No, this was a big game for many reasons.
Yeah.
The 2 important reasons. 1, you guys were tied for 3rd place. 2, you were literally in 4th place in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. Not a good look. 3, you dog walk them and prove to the NBA like, yo, Toronto ain't no contenders, man. They having third quarter of dooms, and
Yep.
third quarter of dooms. Didn't we have that last year?
We did.
Now they have it. They don't know. They don't know what it's like to be in a big
Yeah,
time
they
when they're
shouldn't.
good again.
Yeah, like we shouldn't be this
You guys
close to
just
them in the
got good.
standings.
You
To the
guys just got
Raptors.
good. You just got healthy. You gotta learn to be humbled. Guess what? The Knicks got humbled in January. And it was a humbling experience.
Yes,
And
they
now they
did,
had to
man.
figure it out.
They figured they look 4 straight wins. They all count the same, and whether Karl Anthony Towns is struggling offensively, he's still giving you
That pass
rebound.
by Cat was
Yeah, just dominant on the boards tonight. OG Anunoby looked phenomenal. The Wingstop looked phenomenal. Hart looked phenomenal, and it feels good. It feels good to win. It feels good to win.
And this week with 2 wins against Portland and LA,
Yeah,
you could wash January away. Straight up.
straight
And then
up.
you could just move on to February. Now, as for the trade deadline, and I'm going to be real with you. I just said this in the chat. I'm going to say it on stream. Until I see Giannis in a Knick uniform, and until he says, I want to be a Knick, I'm not believing the trade rumors. I'm going to continue supporting this squad through the trade deadline.
All right, let's go. Yuri, appreciate the call. Let's get to these other callers in here. Let's get to El Figgy. What's going on, El Figgy? How are you? Welcome to the KnicksNation postgame show. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Ann. It was a good win tonight. It was good to come by. It was good to see Wingstop out there. Love to see OG and Mikhail finally stepping up, man. That was a good.
Yep.
Been waiting patiently, impatiently, and it's if it took trade rumors of him going to Portland for him to step up, it is what it is.
You think that's what it is? You think he was like, I don't
whatever it is, whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever it was, because you don't root against anybody. If you're wearing a New York Knicks jersey, I'm not rooting for you to lose. I'm always going to root for you to win. I always want you to step up. I always want you to, be the guy who we thought we were getting when we traded 5 picks away.
Yep.
But, it's good. Hey, good to have you here. Let's not, tonight after in the post game, him saying things like he felt like he was uncoachable. He felt like,
Yeah, what do you make of that?
he was a little full of him. He felt like he was full of himself. I mean, my guy, you were part of the Thibs bye-bye band.
Right?
Why are you, are you trying to get Mike Brown fired? What are you saying? But
Yeah.
I was a little surprised by that. But on a day where there was a lot of chatter in the league about the Knicks with the Giannis and the 3-way trade between, Giannis, Drew, and then Towns and Mikhail, it was good to have a good W. I think it'll be good for the guys too, morale-wise. I think this was a good win. So I'm excited to go into the weekend. Yeah, man. And I mean, the thing with Giannis, and I know that there's a lot of talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. I was telling the guys in just now in the chat that it's just, when I look and see what Giannis said about his injury, this is him talking now. I'm quoting his words. He says, it was extremely painful. He said he felt something pop and left him unable to walk properly, expecting to miss 4 to 6 weeks. And then he said, at the end when it popped, he had to get out of the game. He couldn't walk. He was on his tippy toes. What I didn't like is that he said it felt like a pop.
Yeah.
Now, is he exaggerating because he wants out of Milwaukee? Is he not? Is he kind of holding his cards close to his chest? I don't know about that either, because, I mean, I know this is a business, but do you really want a guy on your team who would exaggerate or lie a little to get off of a team? Is that something that you would really want? So,
damned if you do, damned if you don't, El Figgy. I like the way you put it. And I feel like there's a 50-50. Fan base want him. 50% of the fan base don't want him. Regarding the Mikhail comments, yeah, he was the guy who wanted Thibs gone, allegedly, and now he's saying he was uncoachable and felt some type of entitlement. So interesting comments at the end of the game. Something was definitely going on with this group, and whether they can snap out of it, I don't know. Whether a trade makes him snap out of it, who knows? But Mikal Bridges was really revealing there at the end of the post game, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also the other thing with Giannis, guys, and the other, one thing that scares me as well is I'll never forget what the KD deal did to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that team. That scares me to death. Kevin Durant, you can argue he's a future Hall of Famer, one of the best players in the league. The Brooklyn Nets actually paid a whole year to have him, and he didn't play. He was injured coming out of that injury. They tried to do the whole Kyrie, Harden, Durant experiment. Didn't work. And the Nets have not been the same since. And they're probably still at least another 3-4 years away from even being remotely good. That's not what I want for us.
Yeah. I understand. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's apples to apples, but I understand it. It's a risk. It's a risk. Elfig, appreciate the call in show. Let me get to the others in here. Let me unmute Adam to see if you're ready to go. Adam, welcome to the...
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Welcome to the KnicksNation postgame live stream. How are you?
To let you know, Ed, I'm Latino PR. I'm the one that...
Oh, let's go. How are you, Latino PR? Appreciate you calling in, man. What you got?
A little background. I've been a Knicks fan for 60 plus years. I go way back to Bob McAdoo when he came to the Knicks. That's how far back I go back with the Knicks. And one of the things that I like, I say I'm old school. I like to see the will to win. You could be a mediocre player, but if you have the heart to win, go out there and win your game, make your game better, and represent yourself to the highest extreme. That's how I have the problem with Cat, because Cat has the potential to dominate, which Charles Barkley said, go down in the post, dominate, get your 25 and your 10 rebound. You can rebound, but then if you know, like I said, if you know that your game is weak on the defensive end, you could do things to improve your game, because everybody has tape on you, and they know that you're weak on a man-to-man defense type basis. So in order to do that, you improve your defense, work on your leg work, on your footing to make yourself a better defender. That way you don't get into stupid fouls. Yeah. That's the only problem that I had with Cat. When he wants to play, he'll play. He'll score you 30 at will when he got his game, when he had his head in the game. But otherwise, I don't like the pauses in between. Like he doubts himself sometimes. You got to go into every game saying, "This is my game.
Yep.
I'm going to rule this. This is my house."
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only problem that I have. Now, I said this before. If you got a chance to get Giannis, and in his prime, he's still in his prime, get Giannis.
Yeah.
Get Giannis. I will get him if he's in his prime. If he wants to come to the Knicks, get him.
Yep.
Get him. I'd rather win a championship with him than him having gone to the Heat and they win a championship.
Yeah,
so
look,
that's where I stand with Giannis.
Hey, appreciate the call in, Latino PR. Appreciate the support as well. Yeah, Cat. That's the frustrating thing with Cat, right? The inconsistencies is just too much with him, and he can dominate when he wants to, but it's when he wants to, right? It's when he wants to, and he's been great on the boards. Tonight was great on the boards, but the foul trouble stuff, the hooks when he's driving to the paint, it's frustrating. It is. And I get it. But, yeah, I agree with you on Giannis. I think if you have a chance to get him, I think you get him. Appreciate the call in. Iron.
All right.
Appreciate the call in. Iron, let's get to you. How are you, Iron?
Yo, we good? You hear me 100, right?
I got you loud and clear. Knicks, 4 straight wins, Iron.
Yo, first of all, shout out to Adam, the old head. I thought I was the only old head up in here,
Yeah.
So it's good to know that I feel a little younger today. But all right, with all antics aside, let's talk about the game, right?
Yeah.
And this team it's a conundrum. It's a riddle wrapped in a mystery. Because you get 26 from OG, you get 30 from
it's so true.
Mikal, but then you get 17 or something from Brunson and 9 or 8 from Cat. So it's almost like ebb and flow. You give one to get another. And I don't know if it's a coaching situation, little bro. Like, I don't know if it's, everyone has to buy into the system because, it's a motion system very similar to what Golden State runs because, Mike Brown was there with her and they developed that motion system together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's a matter of time. I'm hoping, right? As a fan, you're hoping because, everyone talks, oh, well, the Knicks got to be the best. Like, he was here 2 weeks before training camp. I don't even think Mike Brown has a place yet, like he's probably still in the hotel. He's still learning the team. The guys are still learning him, personalities, all that comes into play. I know it seems superficial. You're professionals, you're getting paid millions of dollars, but you're still people, and you still have to adjust. And a lot of these players had bonds with him. And, it caused a lot of dissension because, Brunson and Tibbs were like family. And, Mikhail came out of his face. He said some things. And I'm not going to go back there. We all know the story. But, I mean, I think that caused a bit of a rift, And with this, with Brown coming in with a completely different system, and not just system, but way of coaching, it takes time. So I'm hoping that's the situation. But it always just seems to me like it's your turn, my turn thing, and I hate that. Like you want it to flow, and the motion was nice, man. Like we saw great assists. Tyler, I'm glad to see him get some more minutes and get some time. We saw Hogporty get some time, but it always seems to be at the cost of someone else, like someone being hurt and what have you. Like Bill, for me, it's like let's get a rotation, let's work a system. And let's see what we really have. Because, some days I watch this team and I'm like, all right, we're a move away.
Yep.
And then some other days I'm watching them. I'm like, maybe this could work. Like
exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Yep.
Right? Like, because we're not a big name team. We're not that's not New York. We're not a LeBron team. Like we always want them. We're always, the bridesmaid, never the bride. I think that's the term, where it's like we always hope to get that superstar, but we never do. We get that next runner-up. And we can run with that. And I think we can win with that.
Oh, yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that. And deep down and not just, with take the bias glasses off, like literally. But we have to have a system, Like I want us to be that gritty blue. Like we saw it. Like we took that Thibodeau of last year to win this game. We were struggling for 2.5 quarters, and then boom, we locked in. We started playing defense, and the whole thing turned around.
Yep.
So and he ran with the starters. The rotations locked in when it came to the fourth quarter. We saw a lot of our starters at the end of the game. So, it was a very similar philosophy, but like, two things can be true. Like
exactly
that Thibodeau system worked and that Mike Brown open motion system can work, So I just wanted to put that out there because I wish I had a definitive answer for you guys in the chat and for you. And I don't. Like this team makes me like, I swear to God, I got more grays from this team than I do from my kids.
Hey, all right. I appreciate it, man. Hell of a call. I appreciate you always calling in.
Shout out to everybody for sure.
It's true. One day you think this Knicks team can do it, right? And lately you haven't had that thought. It's a very hot and cold. You don't know what you're gonna get, and it's confusing to me because you like Iron was kind of alluding to. You kind of need a connector, and you kind of thought that a new coach would kind of change some things around here, and it. I'm not going to say that it hasn't yet, but some of the same issues that we were dealing with last year with some locker room stuff, it just has come up again. And maybe it is. There are too many egos in that locker room. Ian Begley has said that there is more me than we in that locker room. I don't know who he's talking about, but you can kind of try to guess right? I don't know. Like, is it a situation where during the season, like OG Anunoby's trying to make the All-Star team, so he wants to get fed, right? Mikal Bridges is trying to make I don't know if he's an All-Star team, so he wants to get fed, or an all-defensive team. And then when they don't get fed, it's like, man, I'm not gonna earn my achievements. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. I don't know what goes on with these athletes' head. But in the playoffs, like last year, we did have our issues, but they turned it around. And look, I don't know if they're a Giannis away, but at the same time, all signs are pointing to that they are going to make an aggressive offer for Giannis. So whether you like it or not, you heard it from Begley. You're hearing it from everyone. Tim Bontemps. All signs point to the Knicks want Giannis, and they should. You should want to be calling Milwaukee and seeing what you can get done. Again, I don't think this happens within the next week. I think this is a summer thing. I think they do a small trade, and let's go and let's see what happens after the trade deadline, right? Because if you don't make the Giannis trade now, if Giannis stays in Milwaukee, then you're kind of instilling confidence back in the group and like, okay, guys, we believe in you. Go do it. This is your final chance, because it is your final chance. Because if the Knicks fall short again, especially don't reach the NBA Finals, that's what I mean by fall short. I think they have to at least reach the finals with this group. Then I think this summer will be like, it'll be a lot of noise. But I'm hoping that whatever it is, whatever Mikal Bridges was alluding to after the post game, they come together as a unit and they figure it out. Because at the end of the day, this is still a super talented team, and let's go. Mac Jean says, man, they just need to put the boxing gloves on and fight it out. They'll be good after. Loud and Clear says, everyone hit the like button. Appreciate you, Loud and Clear. Everyone smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, appreciate the members in here. Joel, it could be, and now that they all missed it, but Brunson, they've now decided to put that selfish attitude to the side. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to see if we can get some comments from the guys. Bear with me for 1 second. I want to see if I can pull that Mikal Bridges clip up. If somebody clipped that on X. OG Anunoby wins Defensive Player of the Game. OG Anunoby wins Defensive Player of the Game. So now he is, I think, the leader in the clubhouse for Defensive Player of the Game. Landry Shamet, chiseled. Cat, smiling. Tyler. Clarkson looks sad, man. I feel bad for Clarkson, man. Looks sad. But OG Anunoby is the Defensive Player of the Game. Trying to see if, yeah, man, Mikal Bridges. I'm trying to see if I can get that Mikal sound. I don't think we can. I don't think anyone has it, but I should have clipped it there. 4 straight, ladies and gentlemen. A chance to win 5 straight on Sunday, on Friday. Whoa, I'm getting my days mixed up. Yeah, I don't think I can find it. Love Dog OG. Man, but OG plays like this, and oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Let that bother us, we just stayed with it and just kept playing the whole 48 minutes, and that's what we did.
Great game tonight, man.
Thanks, man.
When you went home, 3 for 16, 1 and 9. What impact did that had on you?
A lot. I think a lot of it comes from just not just shooting the ball. I think I just wasn't playing how I was supposed to be playing. I think I wasn't coachable enough. I don't know what it was. Maybe I felt too much entitlement, but just had to kind of talk to myself a little bit about it and just be coachable, be the best team I can be, and then, let basketball speak for itself.
Well, he responded incredibly well. What's it like to be Mikal Bridges in a third?
Whatever it is, man. Whatever it is. We were dealing with this last year with him, right? We were dealing with this last year. He was having a hard time finding himself, the role in the offense. He had the big moments versus Boston, and it seemed like he didn't get along with Tom Thibodeau, and it seemed like he was the head of the snake in terms of getting a new coach. Now he's talking about not being coachable. Like, we're like, I don't know. Is this the diva in the locker room? I didn't peg this to be him. I didn't peg this to be the me guy, like Ian Begley said. Is Mikal Bridges the me guy? These comments make it sound like he was. I'm hoping he can come out of this funk, but man, you play for the New York Knicks. You put on that jersey. You shouldn't be feeling like this, man. I know majority of the fan base wants to ship you out now, but come on now. I need some more oomph. I need some more attitude from him. I need some more, like, juice. Right? It seems like seems like he gets sensitive a lot. He's sensitive. So I'm hoping that he can come out of whatever he's coming through, because look, he's saying that he is coming out of it and he found himself and he looked himself in the mirror and all is well. And maybe he's going through some things. We all go through some things. We're all human. Doesn't matter if you make tens of millions of dollars. Doesn't matter if you are broke. Everyone goes through adversity in life. That's life. And I'm sure he feels like he has not the world on his shoulders, but I'm sure he feels the pressure. Like the 5 picks, the pressure. But he's been playing better. You know, that's all I can say is Mikal Bridges has been playing better for this Knicks group. Hopefully he can build on this. Hopefully he can come out in Portland and have just a big game for the New York Knicks and just continue. But 30 points on 12 of 15 shooting is a hell of a start. Tendro, what's going on? Just Rover says land you with a low-key 8-pack. Loud and Clear says Mikal was attacking and finishing at the basket tonight. No reason he can't be this aggressive every game. I saw it a little bit versus Sacramento. He wasn't converting that much, but you saw it more. You saw it more for Sacramento. Just be aggressive. Yeah, JJ, just be aggressive, Mikal, and keep playing like this, man. I know you're not going to drop 30 every night, but at least give us some. The thing is, we weren't seeing this at all. Like, with Mikal, we weren't seeing this at all. Everything was in the teens. Everything was in the teens. You know, barely cracking 20. I'm going to go to his game log right now. Yeah, in the month of January. Look, 9, 11, 7, 15, 21, 19, 18, 11, 15, 10, 12, 18. He hasn't dropped 30 points since at Boston on December 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. It has been almost 2 months since we've seen a 30-piece from Mikal Bridges. That can't happen. He's a really good player. Like, really good player. Too inconsistent, right? Too inconsistent. And it just hasn't been him. It's been Cat. It's been OG, right? So, hopefully New York Knicks can build on this, and I think they can. But winning feels good. 4 straight. You don't make, you're not sorry for winning. That's it, man. It's ugly. It's pretty. Tonight was pretty, especially in that third quarter. And let's go. Look, we still have the Giannis rumors. I'll be on top of that. Make sure you guys subscribe and all the good stuff. Follow on Instagram at KnicksNation. And keep it locked over here on YouTube at KnicksNation and on X at KnicksNation. Simple. At KnicksNation. Make sure you guys follow. And just keep it locked, man. Whether the Knicks make the Giannis trade or not, I'll be reacting to it. So this next week should be fun, ladies and gentlemen. Rumor Central. but it all comes to a halt after next Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, shout out to the members in the chat. Thank you for becoming a member. If you guys want to become a member, please hit the join button down below. We'll be pushing out some more members-only content. Got a bunch of GIFs and icons and a bunch of cool stuff for the members. And again, I appreciate the support as always. I'll be back on Friday versus Portland. Let's extend this thing to 5 games, ladies and gentlemen. 5 games. Let's go. I'm Anthony from KnicksNation. Have a great night. I'll catch you next time. Peace. Where's my brain? I gotta get to Mike Breen. Mike Breen. Where is it? I recently changed my thing. Where's Mike Breen? All right. Peace.
Brunson a 3. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again!